Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We're going to continue with our Planning Your Off-Season series, talking about macros again, but this time more on the tracking side. So, Adam, I mean, food is food. Sometimes we have the pressure of the contest that we're trying to get away from, and so we may just be a little bit more lax. But I personally think, as a scientist, that this is where you're still accumulating good information, good data, and it's important to be accurate. So I really still like to see accuracy so that you and your coach are making the best decisions and understanding your metabolism. So do you give clients a break and say, don't worry about tracking, or yeah, just eyeball it, or are you a little bit more militant?
I'm a little more militant, and I would say that's my downfall, but I would also say that's also why my clients do well. I've seen people beat people with tremendous genetics just with how diligent they were willing to be when people feel it doesn't matter as much. But in my opinion, I feel like the off season is almost more important, because I've seen clients just get so much better by being that militant in the off season, staying at a reasonable body fat level. They bring a completely different physique to the stage the next time around.
Yeah, and I think you can have the best of both worlds, because I totally agree. You know, I mentioned in the last episode that my best off season ever, I tracked so diligently because I had the exact plan of gaining 2 pounds a month, half a pound a week for an entire 6 months. I knew exactly where I wanted my weight to end and where I wanted my deadlift and my squats. And I did that. And if I wasn't tracking, it would have been, just very haphazard. But I also know, especially in the off season, there are times to say, look, okay, you're going on vacation. Just, that is the time to maybe just estimate and take a break and assume that there's going to be some built-in buffer with times like that. Maybe even your weekends are a little bit looser, but you've created some boundaries. But for the most part, I think the backbone of your off season should still be good information accuracy.
I do like to have clients work up to a spot where they can have like a weekend day off, or maybe even an entire weekend, depending on where their met rate is at and where our overall goal is as far as composition in the off season. So I will implement some flexibility, but I think initially it needs to be pretty tight while you're building that met rate up. Because me and you both know that first 4 to 7 weeks of somebody reversing can be really paramount on where they actually get their metabolic capacity to, with having a lower body fat percentage.
And when you do have a weekend off or a day per week off, like you said, that's baked into the recipe. So if the rest of your week is tracked accurately, and then you're not going to just throw everything out the window on that untracked day, you're probably going to have your normal routine and meals that may be a little different than your typical day. But you're still going to put some framing around that day. So you don't have to weigh and track every single bite, but it still has a lot of objectivity just built in.
Absolutely.
So, all right, as we move into the next couple episodes, guys, we're going to start talking about even how nutrition can impact your training. Potentially talking about pre and post workout meals, things like that in the off season that may differ. So again, stay with us. We're going to be just a few more episodes in this series, and we'll catch you next time.